Today I'm installing a pair of Delta cleats. This is the same as the Look Kios or the SPD SLs. Just this 3-bolt system. It's very common for spin bikes and road cycling. First thing we're going to do is throw your shoe on and make a mark at the center of the ball of your foot. You can use a piece of tape or a marker. Then you're going to center up the center line of the cleat with that. That's the first thing you want to do before throwing these guys in. That'll help get you closer to the spot where you want to be. I'm going to throw all these cleat washers in, just like so. And then I'm going to install the bolts. Now, a very controversial thing is Loctite versus grease. Always do what the manufacturer says. If they call for Loctite, and Loctite is essentially like a glue, kind of holds the bolt in place if the cleat comes a little bit loose. Now, the bad side to using Loctite is if you ride in those shoes, sometimes the bolt can get seized to the shoe, which I've had to happen. That's why I stopped using Loctite. I always default, do whatever the manufacturer says. If it says Loctite, throw it on there. I personally use grease because if you want to adjust it, if you're taking it on and off, I just use grease. The mistake people make when they use grease for installing the cleat is they don't come back and check to make sure it's locked down. Now I just snugged these bolts down, but I can still move the cleat. And you might want, if you're on a stationary bike, you might want to just tighten one of these down enough so it doesn't move. Check it very carefully and then hop off the bike and see how it goes. When you get the cleat in the position, remember we put the tape on the side here and then we move it to line up with the center of the cleat. Once we do that, then you can go into the final tightening. And what that looks like is just go around and do a quarter turn. That was a little loose actually. So now it's snug. I'm gonna go quarter and I'm gonna go all the way around. Quarter, and you're not just putting a bunch of torque into one bolt. And as you go, these kind of press into the shoe, and that's what you want. You want even tension all the way around. And this is a big mistake a lot of people make, and they'll have 2 bolts fall in and then you get stuck on the bike. So definitely after your first couple of rides, check these. You're putting a lot of pressure on here. And you can see I'm just going around and I'm putting a little bit at a time, and that's going to ensure that it's evenly tightened and is going to hold. So check this several times to make sure that this is tight and continues to be tight. If you need a pair of cleats, I'll put a link in the description. If you need a pair of shoes, I'll put a link in the description to these shoes. If this was helpful, please smash the thumbs up button, and we'll see you next time.